Chapters can change daily. Are you ready for your new chapter? I'm Dr. Keshia Keith, licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I'm here to help you keep moving forward. Today, are you in a chapter that you don't want anybody to read, that you don't even want to read yourself, that you don't want anyone to pay attention to because it is not the best chapter? It is not a time or a place that you are experiencing your best life, as we say. It's not a time where you're in here and you're thinking to yourself, this is the best it can be. This is the greatest. I feel overjoyed. I feel empowered. I feel energized. I feel invigorated. I feel renewed. If you are not in that space, why are you not in that space? What is it that is preventing you from having the best chapter of your life? What is it that is preventing you from being the best that you can be at all times? The Army used to have a slogan that said, be all that you can be in the Army. Are you being all that you can be in your life? Are you really showing up and really doing what you need to do? Are you really allowing yourself to feel how you need to feel in the day, but not allowing that feeling to continue to drag you through the day and just make you feel like you are just weighed down with all of the world's cares and concerns and frustrations and all that stuff that comes along with it? Are you in a chapter that is great? Are you in your best chapter? What does your best chapter even look like? Have you really stopped to think about that? Or are you basing everything on a feeling? Is it, I don't feel good today, or I don't feel happy today, or I don't feel excited today, so I will say that this is just a dull, it doesn't matter day. It's one of those bad days that I'm having, like a bad hair day. And with a bad hair day, we can go and we can get that situated and we can get it changed and we can start having that good, shiny, healthy, full hair and allowing ourselves to feel better because we look better on the outside. But sometimes that outside appearance is absolutely a facade. It is a mask that we wear every day because we want it to look good, although we don't feel good inside. Are you in a space where you don't feel good, where that emotion is just overwhelming you? However, you still try to go on. You try to put that smile on your face, make it look good. But in reality, you are crying inside. You are breaking. Are you in that space? Do you feel that this is a bad day? Well, if this is a bad day for you, I'm here to tell you that it can get better. Will you be intentional about how it gets better? Will you be intentional about when it gets better? When that thing shifts? Because you are responsible for how you think, how you feel, how you choose, how you respond, and how you behave. Are you feeling in control of those things? Or is something else controlling you? There's something else controlling all of those areas. Because the things I just named are what we call your scope of control. That's where you can do your best work. That's where you can think differently. That's where you can feel differently. That's where you can behave differently. That's where you can respond differently. That's where you can make a choice that can be the change of the trajectory that you are currently on, be the change of the thought process that you are currently experiencing. Because sometimes our minds absolutely will take us on a trip. And that trip will trip us up for sure. And we will find ourselves falling flat on our faces because we are feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and letting all of that guide us and lead us in directions that we don't even want to go in. But that is where we are in that moment and in that space. Is that you? Are you experiencing the best chapter, or are you experiencing the worst chapter? If you so choose, because it is your choosing to make sure that you get to the next page in that chapter. And the next page in that chapter can look something like everything is not going great. I'm looking out here and I'm feeling frustrated and I'm feeling all these emotions, but I am not allowing those emotions to drive me. Because anytime that emotions can just take a hold of the wheel and drive you, you will end up in a ditch. So it's making sure that you don't land in the ditch, that you may, although you may swerve, although you may be just a little unsteady in the lane, you still keep it in the road and you allow yourself to be able to keep moving forward in that process. Well, for you, sometimes you might say, well, how in the world am I going to keep it in the middle of the road? How am I going to allow myself to be in this space where it really is going to make a difference for me? And I'm glad you asked, because in order to keep it in the middle of the road, it matters what you keep your mind focused on throughout the day. It matters whether or not you are giving yourself the time to say, okay, I have thought about this for about the last 15-20 minutes. That is it. I am shutting the door on this, and I am going to go and shift my focus in on the stuff I can control. So what I am choosing is I am choosing to be content. I am choosing to be happy. I am choosing to have joy, because I am recalling all of those things that bring me joy. I am allowing my mind to be able to shift this so that I don't spend all of my day focusing in on what part of the story is negative, what part of the story is frustrating, what part of the story feels weighing and heavy on me. I am going to shift that. So maybe that means that I remember yesterday I was walking and there was a beautiful flower. I'm going to focus in and remember that flower. I'm going to see what I can remember in my mind and capture that beauty. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to shift, because I'm allowing this whole negative thing, this whole frustrating thought to just dissipate, to just kind of float away like it's floating on a cloud. It is getting further and further and further away from me. And the further it gets from me, the better I am feeling about the situation, the better I am feeling about where I am in that mental space right there, because I am taking the intentional opportunity to shift my thought, to allow another thought and choose another thought, because you get to do that. You get to choose another thought. There are things that can hold you captive and hold you bound, but you have to choose to walk out of those things. You have to choose to shift and choose another thought and make that thought something that energizes you, something that is allowing you to feel the mood and the emotion that uplift, that carry you to where you need to be, so that this can indeed be a great chapter. Today can be great if you make it. It is up to you. Nobody else can take that from you. We will get caught up in saying somebody made me do this or somebody made me feel this way. You chose to give them the power over you in order to make that happen. And I know that doesn't sound good. That doesn't even probably feel good, because you're like, oh no, I'm in control of everything. I got this thing together. And true enough, there are things that you absolutely do have together, but you are making a choice to go with the rhythm of whatever that person has said or whatever that event is that has caused this particular feeling. You are choosing to go down that path and to walk that out with that feeling, with that event. So make sure that you, when you are saying, oh no, I got this, oh, can't nobody make me, you're right, they can't make you, but guess what? You are choosing to allow whatever it is that is happening to impact you. It is taking you down that road, so you got to remind yourself of how you are going to rebound here. Even if that particular situation is frustrating, if it's life-altering, you can feel those emotions. I have never, ever, ever said, don't think about it, don't feel it, don't allow it to do anything, but just push it to the side or press it down. Never have I ever said those things. I say, feel what you need to feel so that you can heal, because it is the feeling and it is the being able to release that feeling that allows you to truly get to a space of healing, and so that your chapter can be indeed your best chapter. But you've got to make up in your mind that nobody can make you do anything, but you can make yourself. Will yourself. You can tell yourself today it's going to be a good day. Something good is on the horizon in this day. Even with this negative report, or even with this situation, or even with whatever this person said that has made me frustrated in this moment, I am going to choose differently. I am going to be different, because today is going to be the best day. Let's not say, because we can't necessarily say that tomorrow is going to be one thing or the other. Let's stay in the moment. In this day, today is going to be the best day. And in the moments that I have, I will make sure that I'm focusing in, that I am doing what I need to do, that I'm counting this day. And I'm counting it as a great day, and not just letting things happen to me and saying, well, this person is making me do or making me feel. No, today I am choosing. Today I am choosing not to feel frustrated, or rather I am choosing to feel frustrated for a couple minutes. And once those couple of minutes are over, I am choosing to shift my thinking, and I am choosing to see better. I am choosing to feel better. I am choosing to be on the path of where I need to be so that I can make the best of this, so that I can feel great, so that I can be great, because today is great. Now, you have to join in and collaborate with yourself and get on point to say, no one has the ability nor the power to make me do. I so choose to walk this walk. I so choose to feel this. I so choose to make this choice. And I stand in that. And I don't allow anything from the right or the left to impact where I am and how I feel and what I know to be true about me in this day. So you make sure that you make it a great day, and make sure that this is the best chapter and not just a chapter that is just blah, whatever, but make it a great one. And if by chance this has been something that has encouraged you and uplifted you, make sure that you like it, that you share, that you subscribe. Make sure that you pass it along, because somebody else needs to know, you're right, nobody can make you. But today you must choose. You must choose to allow yourself to think differently, to feel differently, to be different, to respond in a different way, because that is what is going to make all the difference. And we will talk soon. Enjoy this next video.